Freedom, peace, justice, and the overthrow of President Omar al-Bashir are the main slogans being chanted by these Sudanese protesters. But at the root of the demonstrations are demands for basic life necessities. Petrol stations ran out of fuel, inflation rates soared, bank coffers were empty, people stopped depositing money with banks, and those who did faced limits on how much cash they could withdraw. Most dangerously, bakeries ran out of flour. Of all the other needs, bread can be seen as the main symbol of the crisis.
It's the revolution of the hungry.
ABBAS DREIDIMMA was a journalist during the 1970s at the time of former President Ja'far Nimeri. His life now may symbolize the slow descent of Sudan from relative ease to utter destitution.
Everything was much better. Nimeri was a strong leader. We had agriculture. The Sudanese pound was equal to $4. But now it's crisis everywhere, and people have nothing to eat.
The origin of that crisis, the Sudanese government agrees, was a shift the country made from agriculture to oil during the 1990s.
It's called the Dutch disease, when easy oil revenues shift attention away from traditional resources such as farming. We've had it in Sudan, but now we are addressing the problem through new strategies and more focus on agriculture.
In 2010, Sudan exported nearly 500,000 barrels of oil a day. But a year later, South Sudan gained independence and took most of the oil fields with it. By then, the agricultural sector was already suffering from neglect, and there was another shift happening.
In the past, Sudanese households relied mainly on sorghum for food, but things changed when the British and then our governments brought wheat. Preparing sorghum is toilsome and takes time. You have to take it to the mills to grind it. Then you need a long process to cook it. Wheat bread, on the other hand, is handy. All you need is to go and buy it ready from the bakery.
Wheat bread now accounts for 2/3 of regular meals in Sudan. Just to give you an idea about how much bread an average family of 5 individuals in Sudan need for their daily meals. Each individual, they tell me here, needs 6 pieces of bread. If I try to put all the quantity they need in my hands, it's not possible. This is just the share of 2 people. The crisis got worse when Sudan couldn't grow or buy enough wheat. Saudi and Emirati companies grow millions of tons of wheat here on leased or purchased land, but they send it out of the country. Now, Sudan, with its over 2 million hectares of fertile soil, the River Nile, and the gigantic underground lake, the Nubian Basin, is begging for outside help to satisfy its demand of wheat to feed a hungry population of nearly 40 million. Protesters say it's too late to calm these crowds.
Bread will overthrow this regime. It happened before, here in Sudan.
The essence of his words is echoed by these protesters' daily chants. Mohamed Vall, Al Jazeera, Khartoum.